Okay, factorising expressions, some revision. So we're looking for the highest common factor of both terms. So let's have a look at A. So the highest factor that's common to 5x and 15 would be 5. So this is going to go outside my bracket. So I can do 5x divided by 5. That's just going to leave me with x. And 15 divided by 5 is going to be 3. So there's the first one. So if I look at B, so this time we have 2 and a 7. So there's no common factors with the numbers, but we have an x squared and an x. So I'm going to take x outside my bracket. So I'm just going to write by here, 2x squared divided by x. So this is going to cancel, just leave 1x. So we'll have 2x. And then we have 7x. So 7x divided by x, the x's cancel, just 7. So this is going to be plus 7. Right, C. So common, we have 2 is common to 8 and 2. And we also have an x, so it's going to be 2x outside the bracket. So take the first term, 8x divided by 2x, so the x's cancel. 8 divided by 2 is just going to be 4. So we'll have a 4 here. And then we have 2x squared. So 2x squared divided by 2x. The 2's cancel. And one of the x's cancel. So we just have x. So let's have a look at D. So factorise fully. So looking at the terms, we have 15 and 10. So the highest common factor would be 5. Then if we look at our letters here, we have B, C and ABC. So B and C are common to both. So 15 BC divided by 5 BC. The BC's cancel. How many times is 5 going to 15? That's 3. So that's going to be inside a bracket. And then we have 10 ABC divided by 5 BC. BC's cancel. 5 goes into 10 2 times, so we have 2a. So this will be plus 2a. Okay, so another question. So this time we have more terms. So we have a 9 and 15. Well, 3 is going to be the highest common factor. We have an a cubed and we have an a. So a is going to be common to both. We have a b and a b squared. So just one b is common to both. We have a c squared and c. So only c is common to both. So 9a cubed bc squared divided by 3abc. Well, 3 goes into 9 3 times, so we need a 3. A 3 minus a 1, so that's just going to be a 2. Then we have b divided by b, so that's cancelled, and then we'll just have 1c. So that's c. Plus, let's have a look at the next one. So 15ab squared c divided by 3abc. 3 goes into 15 5 times. So this is going to be 5. The a's will cancel, and we have just one b, and the c's will cancel. So that's just going to be 5b. If we were to check, 3 times 3 is 9. A times a squared is a cubed. B times c, so we'll have b, and we'll have c times c is c squared. Right, then we've got 3 times 5 is 15. A, b times b is b squared, and we have c, so that is correct. Right, let's have a look at F. So this time we're looking at quadratics. So I'm going to look at quadratics, and I'm going to factor by grouping. So I'm going to use something called factor by grouping. So the first thing we want to do is look for the common terms. So x squared plus 7x plus 12. We're going to multiply this coefficient 1 times 12. And we're looking for common factors of 12. And I want them to add up to plus 7. So I want them to equal to plus 7. So 4 and 3 if I multiply these together, we will get 12. But if I add them, they will give me 7. They're both positive. So what I'm going to do now is rewrite the middle term. So I have x squared plus, instead of writing 7x, I'm going to write it as 4x and 3x. So 4x and 3x. And then I have plus 12. So this middle term here, I've just rewritten as 4x and 3x. Right, so I'm looking for common factors. I'm going to look at the first two terms, and I have an x that's common, so I'm going to take the x outside. So x outside, so I'll have x plus 4. And then on the second term, the 3x and the 12, if I take the 3x side, I will have x plus 4. So the idea, when we're factoring, we're looking for the inside terms to be the same. And then we can combine these two terms also. So we'll have x plus 3, and then we only write the second term once. So x plus 3, x plus 4. And if we were to check, well, x times x is x squared, 3x plus 4x is 7x, and 3 times 4 is 12. So we know it's correct. Okay, so looking at G, so again we have a quadratic. Okay, so I'm going to take the coefficients. So 1 multiplied by negative 14 is negative 14. Looking for factors of negative 14, that's going to add to make plus 5. So 7 and 2, so if I have plus 7 and I minus 2, this will give me a difference of 5. And 7 multiplied by negative 2 is negative 14. So I'm going to rewrite, so I have y squared plus, and then I'm going to write my negative 2. So I'm going to write the negative 2 first. So negative 2, because I want the plus 7, so this is y and this is y, to be with the 14. So I've rewritten this term as the middle. Okay, so factor by grouping, I'm going to take a y outside, so I'll have y minus 2. And then 7 and 14, I'm going to take a 7 outside, so plus 7. And then inside I will have y minus 2. So putting the middle terms together, these terms as 1, and these terms as 1, I'll have y plus 7 and y minus 2. And if we were to multiply back to check, y times y is y squared, 7y minus 2y is 5y, and 7 times minus 2 is negative 14. Okay, let's try the last one. So h. So this time we want 1 multiplied by plus 24. So this is going to be 24. So factors of 24, that is going to add together for 11. So this is going to be 8 and 3. So 8 times 3 is 24, but I want it to be minus, so I'm going to have a minus 8 and a minus 3 to make negative 11. So rewriting, so I'll have x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 24. So remember, this is I've just replaced the middle term. Then I'm going to factor by grouping. So x, and then I'll have x minus 8. If I take the minus 3 outside, I'll have x, and then minus 3 times minus 8 will be positive 24. So the terms inside are the same, which is what we want. And then we're going to combine these two together. So our final answer, x minus 3 and x minus 8.